In the golden sands of Persia, where stars once guided caravans, and libraries overflowed with ancient texts, a mind was born, bright, restless, eternal. A mind that dared to ask, what is the soul? What is the source of all being? And can faith and reason ever become one? Welcome to Philosophy Journey. In this episode, we meet Avicenna or even Sina, the philosopher who led the East and echoed in the West. Physician, logician, metaphysician. He was a seeker of truth who believed that life flows from the one, and that the soul, even suspended in darkness, remembers itself. This is the story of Avicenna, the philosopher of light and logic. Avicenna was born in 980 CE in the city of Avicenna, near Bukhara. It what is now Uzbekistan, then a hub of culture, learning, and Islamic scholarship. His full name, Abu Ali al-Husayn ibn Abdullah ibn Sina. His father was an educated official from Balkh, who exposed young Ibn Sina to mathematics and philosophy early on. The boy showed astonishing intellect. By the age of 10, he had memorized the entire Quran. By 19, he had mastered medicine. By 18, he had read almost every book in the great royal library of Bukhara. He studied logic from Aristotle, Neoplatonism from Plotinus, Indian medicine, and Greek pharmacology, and Islamic theology column. But Ibn Sina wasn't just reading, he was questioning, comparing, building. And when he cured a local ruler of a serious illness, he was rewarded with unlimited access to one of the finest libraries in the region. It was in these quiet halls, surrounded by scrolls and silence, that his mind began to shine. As political turmoil swept through Persia, Ibn Sina's life became one of wandering. He served as court physician, political advisor, scholar on the run. He fled from Gurgans to Hamadan, then to Isfahan, chased by politics, praised by scholars, protected by princes. Yet he never stopped writing, even while in hiding or on horseback between cities. By the end of his life, he had authored over 450 works, though only 240 survive, covering medicine, logic, physics, psychology, theology, and more. His canon of medicine would become the medical textbook in Europe and the Islamic world for over 600 years. His mind was like a lamp burning in the desert night, untamed, brilliant, immortal. At the heart of Avicenna's metaphysics lies one idea: the necessary existence, wajib al-wujud. Something may exist and may not. They are possible beings like you, me, mountains, stars. But something must have always existed, without cause, without condition. This is the necessary being, the cause of all the excess, the source of existence itself. For Avicenna, that being is God, not just the creator, but existence itself. God is pure intellect, beyond time, beyond chance. This idea will echo in later Christian thought, influencing Thomas Aquinas and others. So how does the world come from the one? Avicenna believed in emanation, the gentle unfolding. From God, the pure intellect, comes the first intellect, then the second, and so on, until finally reaching the active intellect, the bridge the human souls. Its level of being reflexless of the one's perfection, like sunlight fading the farther it travels, but everything even does is connected to that light. Avicenna gave us one of history's earliest thought experiments. He asked, imagine a man floating in air, no sight, no sound, no touch. His body has no contact with anything. Will he still know he exists? His answer, yes, because the soul knows itself, even without the body. This was his proof of the soul's independence, and it foreshadowed Descartes' later idea, I think, therefore I am. To Sina, the soul is not a product of the body. It is immaterial, eternal, and individual. It is created by God, yet distinct, and the goal of the soul to know, to perfect itself, to return to the divine. He wrote, the soul is like a bird trapped in a cage. That is not the end. It is the opening of the door. Avicenna believed the philosopher should be more than intelligent. He must be virtuous. Real happiness comes not from will or power, but from perfecting the soul's connection with the active intellect and through it with God. To him, philosophy was not dry logic. It was a path to inner light, a way to heal the soul as medicine heals the body. Avicenna's two greatest works are 1. The Canon of Medicine, a 5-volume masterpiece covering diagnosis, treatment, pharmacology, autonomy, and hygiene. 2. The Book of Healing, a vast philosophical encyclopedia discussing logic, natural science, metaphysics, and psychology. He combined Greek science, Indian and Persian wisdom, Islamic theology, and his own genius. His medical insights lasted until the 17th century. His philosophical ideas, they still live on today. Avicenna's influence crosses all boundaries in the Muslim world. He was called the Sheikh al-Rais, the Master of Masters. In Christian Europe, he was quoted by Thomas Aquinas, Albertus Magnus, and even Dante in the Divine Comedy. But not all welcome his rationalism. Later Islamic philosopher Al-Ghazali will challenge Avicenna's ideas, especially the use of pure reason in religious matters. This will lead to a major shift in Islamic philosophy. From logic to mysticism, still Avicenna's ideas shape centers of thought. His name became legend in East and West. Avicenna once said, there are no chains on the soul, on the illusions. He taught that the human mind is a mirror, and when polished with reason and faith, it can reflect the eternal light of truth. He lived as a seeker. He died as a healer. He left behind a map of the intellect and a torch for the soul. Next time, we meet the one who tried to extinguish the torch, Al-Ghazali, the philosopher of doubt, faith, and inner transformation. Until then, let your reason soar, let your soul float, and may you always seek the necessary light.